Hello, this is Diné here, your time management expert, helping you to better manage your time as you work from home. And for those of you who are experiencing feelings of loneliness, helping you to transform those times when you're alone. Coming up is a 2 week follow up discussion with a client of mine who I saw about a year ago to help her level up her business. And today she's open to talking about the results of a session I had done with her about 2 weeks ago. Thank you for taking this time to share your story and talk about your experience.
Thank you for helping me and the session of hypnotherapy.
Yes. And so, yes, we did a hypnotherapy session around. You want to talk a little bit about what your problem was?
Well, I had a lot of issues with self sabotage, especially in relationships.
What made you decide to book in with me?
Well, I knew you prior and I wanted to try hypnotherapy. Just to see a different type of therapy that I never tried before.
Okay. And so, what was happening in your life at the time when you decided?
At the time, I was a bit tired of the same pattern and habits that I had in relationship, basically hanging around people that I don't really truly like or that are not aligned with my desires, values, and vision.
Yeah, I know. Because as we're trying to make ourselves better, we want to make sure that we have the right tribe, have the right support system. So yeah,
Yes.
the people who we're around makes a big difference in terms of our growth. So I get it.
That's where I was at.
How would you explain your problem in detail? Like how it felt? What was it like to have the problem? How life was for you living with that problem, even how long you had it, if any information that you're willing to share.
I think I had this problem uh when I was in high school. It started in high school basically. And it felt like because I didn't have either people that are aligned with my vision in at proximity of myself or in my area or in my school, I felt like I had to kind of settle for just settle not to be alone and also try to fix other people that I could see self-sabotage habit in them that I had in me. So yes, I think it started in high school with one particular person, but my the rest of my relationship was were pretty okay. And then when I started cégep, which is like college, um that's when it started like in multiple relationship, like romantic and friendship.
So basically, yeah, you felt like in order not to be alone, you were getting in these relationships that just wasn't serving you. And
Yes.
and you felt you can see the pattern and you were just ready. You were just ready just to have healthier relationships in your life.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly.
So how had you tried to fix it in the past?
In the past, I tried to go with God,
Okay.
but um, it was just only fixing a bit of temporary with like my spirituality. But now that I've had my session with you, I feel closer to Him because I know the logical answer to the spiritual problem. So it makes me closer to him now
Yeah.
because sometimes spiritual is you don't see, you can't see, but when you understand the logical part, you can definitely understand more the spiritual part
Yeah.
afterward.
Yes. So okay, so what you were trying to use spirituality to help you through it, and you felt like there was a missing piece, and so you feel like the hypnotherapy is not that what you were doing didn't work, it just kind of enhanced your spirituality even further.
I feel like for a mental health problem, you still need to see someone um in that area. Is like for your car, you still need to see someone to fix your car, mechanician and everything. So I was going to God and it was a good way because God let me through or be open to therapy. But I feel like I needed something more because a lot of people just say pray about it. But like I needed to pray, to seek God, to seek deliverance, but also to understand the pattern so I don't repeat it.
Yeah, yeah. And so as you were on the journey with God, you felt like there was a gap. And I love how you said, God helped you to seek therapy because I guess God was giving you the answer to fill that gap. So in a way, it came full circle. He or she, inspired you to move forward and motivated you to take this session on. Um,
Exactly.
yeah, and put you in the right place. So yeah, I love that. So, what were your thoughts of hypnosis before you came to see me? I know we had a session probably about a year ago, and before that, you had not had hypnosis or any coaching.
Well, I really had like cliche thoughts about it. Really like closing our eyes, laying down, and just have a kind of a necklace to put me down to sleep.
Yeah,
And yeah, very cliche.
yeah, yeah. So, how would you describe then the entire experience that you had with me?
The entire experience was no no necklace, but very relaxing, like a long meditation. And I could see in both session I could see, but more so the first one, I could see my body from outside of myself.
So you had like an outer body experience.
Ah, that's interesting.
And I could see where my wounds were. That's why I'm saying like God help me because I could see my emotional wounds on different part of my bodies. That's why I really understand okay, emotional wounds are connected to like organs. And yes, it helped me understand that I was just scared. I was scared of relationships when I could really feel like, oh my God, I feel like I'm in danger. My body feels like I'm in danger when I'm about to be in a healthy relationship. I just feel like it's foreign. I'm scared. I want to cry. I want to. That's only when I did the session with you that I realized that. Before that, I was really like blocked.
Yeah, wow. And so it's a lot there that you said. First of all, just pointing out that yes, there is no necklace. There's no swing in the necklace back and forth to put you in that state. Hypnosis is you doing the work. And I like to just tell people that I'm just guiding you to that right place.
Yeah.
You also mentioned organs, so you felt like it was affecting you physically.
Yes, definitely.
Okay, okay. Yeah, if you could talk a little bit more about that.
I felt like my wounds, I could see where it was starting. For some of them, I could see when it started, and for other, I could see where they're located on my body.
Wounds, actually, like physical wounds?
Like colors, like I could see red on my body on certain type of, we're talking about certain type of situation that probably traumatized me or affected me. I
Yeah.
see them on my body where they're located. I don't know how to explain it, but like,
Ah, that's interesting. Okay, so you could actually see physical results of what you were going through.
yeah,
And now you feel like those wounds are gone since the session?
I would say that I could definitely feel them more. Like when something triggers me, I could feel them in my body directly, and I could just, because I could feel them, I could prevent, like if we're talking example in a self-sabotage relationship, I used to associate with people that are in bad situations, and now I could say, like, I could, since I can feel it, I don't associate no more. I stop myself because I can feel it, that it comes from like a wound. It's emotional wounds that I could see physically on my body.
Okay. So where on your body does it show up?
Well, in the session, it showed up in my belly, on my knee. My knee kept having spasm, or like my belly and my heart.
Sounds like you got a lot of clarity with the session,
Yeah,
having understanding of why you were getting into these type of relationships
yeah,
and being able to you said you can see it when it's coming at you now, so that way you can avoid it,
mm-hmm.
those unhealthy relationships.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel now after the session?
Now I feel like maybe my frontal lobe developed a little bit more. I'm more aware of triggers and when within my family circle.
So you're more mindful of the feelings that are coming up.
Yeah. Um, I distance myself from self-sabotage relationships, and I'm trying to no longer entertain new people that I recognize self-sabotage tendencies.
And that was challenging for you before?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And it's easy for you to not have those relationships now because of the session?
Yes.
Okay. So when you think about your life now, what are you most looking forward to accomplishing for yourself now that you won't be in these self-sabotaging relationships? And again, you were getting into them because you didn't want to be alone. So you just took on these relationships, even though you felt like they weren't healthy.
Yes.
Now that you have a different approach to engaging with people and the type of people, rather, that you engage with, how do you see that working out for you now?
Um, well, I only engage with people that I like.
Okay. And then what would that do for you now? How is that going to change your life?
Well, it's attracting more love and everything in my life.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
Attract more people that love me, love what I do, love who I am, don't have to explain to people my values, how to respect me because they understand that already.
Yeah. So like-minded people and people who can take you to that level that you deserve for yourself.
hmm
So what was most important thing for you in achieving with your session with me?
I was ready to let go because I used to just at that point I used to just entertain people that I didn't like, knowing that I don't like, and then being like, why do I keep doing this? So it was really to just let go of the habit because I felt like I was growing and that the habit was just no longer serving.
And so you were just ready, you were just finished, you were done with,
Yeah,
yeah. And so what was the biggest thing you gained then from doing the session? What was
I
most
gained
impactful for you?
closure.
Closure. And closure with, was that with a specific relationship or closure with
No,
yourself about something?
general, in general, within like family relationships, friendships, romantic relationships, just gain closure that like I'm growing up and some people don't grow up and it's not my job to bring them to growing up and to their next level. Like I'm just gonna to let go. And I wanted to let go, but I just couldn't.
How did you feel like you couldn't? Like what made you realize you couldn't?
Because I was so used to tolerate self sabotage behavior and passive aggressiveness since I was a young kid. That I was basically trained for that. So yeah.
What in this session then made you realize that you could stop or break away from that pattern? Is there a certain point or sensation or uh, was there clarity around something specific? Like what happened? What made this shift for you?
Um I couldn't I can't remember because after the session a lot of stuff I was so exhausted. I slept for like I canceled all my appointments. I went to the gym for 6 hours. Like I I kind of there's moments in the session that I don't remember at all, but I just remember maybe it was after the session that I just realized like, yeah, I'm just ready to move on.
And you didn't have that before. You had never had that before.
No.
Okay, but after the session, something just clicked. And
Mm-hmm.
you would say the same day or after
Mm,
your nap
the weekend, I would say the
that
whole.
weekend? Okay. I forgot
Yeah.
what day of the week we had the session. Was it a Friday? I think it was a Friday, right?
Yes.
So over the weekend, you felt like all of the insights that you had gained started settling in
Yep.
and started taking effect within that day or two,
Yes.
where now you don't feel like you need to engage in those relationships. You feel like it's just behind you.
Yep.
Okay. So after the session, you felt like you needed to take a nap. Did you feel like a lot was going on in terms of feeling drained or tired or
Yeah, I definitely felt drained, tired. I cried also. Um, Yes, and just let go of a lot of tension and suppress emotion.
Mm. Oh, that was great that you were able to cry it out. And how did you feel then after crying out, releasing tension? You felt like there was a letting go.
Yes, definitely.
So it was a good thing, you feel like those emotions that came up?
I felt like I cried because I released the baggage. I released baggage. So the baggage was not necessarily good things, but the crying was good because I literally released a heavy weight on my shoulder.
Okay. Okay. So then it sounded like it was a good thing then.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you feel like what you wanted to get out of the session, you felt like you had gotten it.
Yes.
Okay. So what goals do you have for yourself now that this new version of yourself has come alive?
No, it's the same goals. Same goals, but in relationship, just more like minded people, people that are already in business like me, people that like are ready to build something, maybe for our future, like family or, you know, like collaborating. Like my friends, I want my friends to be like also ready for healthy relationships. Like my friends are pretty like good, but like I want my friends to be ready for a healthy romantic relationship. Like I want people in my area to be on the same journey as me or quite similar so we can relate more.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. All right. Well, I really appreciate you taking time to just share your progress, your journey, your story, how the session really helped you. And yeah, I don't know if you have anything else you want to add.
This session really helped me in general. Like thank you, Diné. I'm very grateful because it was just very eye opening.
Eye-opening, yeah. It gave you some insights that you hadn't seen before.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you again.
Thanks to you.
Okay.